Good morning, everyone. So can you believe the talented students, friends, alumni that we have at Teachers College? Let's give them another wonderful round of applause. Welcome to Academic Festival, which is the signature alumni homecoming at Teachers College. I love Academic Festival for three main reasons. One, it allows us to showcase the extraordinary work and expertise of faculty, alumni, and students. Two, we get to pay homage, as we will in a minute, to very distinguished alumni who are having a phenomenal impact on the world. And three, it's a wonderful occasion for alumni to reconnect with one another. This year, we're exploring the intersection of art, science, technology, engineering, and math, going from STEM to STEAM. From its beginnings, Teachers College has worked across education, health, and psychology to heighten our understanding and make revolutionary discoveries. Arts education started at TC, and we've long understood the arts as an integrator of knowledge across so many disciplines and fields. So adding an A to STEM to make it STEAM, which everybody else is doing, is natural for TC and is something that we've done for at least 100 years. Maxine Greene, the beloved TC educational philosopher, would have been an ideal guide for us today when she said, "It is through imagination that we become wide awake to possibilities." She believed it was the arts that offered the most direct route. Another TC icon, John Dewey, said that every great technical advance is issued from a new audacity of imagination. He believed that learning must therefore be as broad and rich an experience as we can make it. Thanks to so many pioneering teachers and scholars, STEAM is alive and well at Teachers College, and Academic Festival offers more than 20 sessions, something for everyone, to showcase the creative approaches by TC faculty, alumni, and students to address and solve so many of the challenges and to seize the opportunities confronting our society today. Take advantage of this movable feast. By the end of the day, you'll share in the excitement and enthusiasm that runs throughout Teachers College 24/7. This is a terrific gathering. I'm so pleased to see so many familiar faces today, members of our board whose dedication to TC makes all we do possible, members of the President's Advisory Council, the Alumni Council, of course, which is responsible for this fantastic event, and our 21st century leaders. It's great to see many new faces as well, particularly our newly admitted students. Could I see a show of hands from them? Yay! So yesterday was Newly Admitted Students Day, and we had a wonderful day with them, and many are here this morning. So if you see a newly admitted student, just grab them and say, of course you're coming here. There's no question about it. I look forward to welcoming you all to our wonderful fellowship of students in the fall. To all our alumni gathered here today, welcome back. TC alumni represent an incredible cross-section of geography and accomplishment. 90,000 strong, they come from 50 states, DC, Puerto Rico, and 135 countries. Their impact, your impact, is evident wherever teachers, artists, scholars, entrepreneurs, education leaders, health professionals, public servants are working to build a better future. What sets the TC graduate apart is an abiding commitment to social justice, a passion to create a smarter, healthier, more equitable, and peaceful world for all. We take great pride in our alumni. Each year, we have the difficult task of selecting a group to honor for their extraordinary achievements. I want to ask Rosella Garcia, our Senior Director of Alumni Relations, to come up and help us recognize our distinguished alumni.
A group of 7 extraordinary individuals who are all worthy of our emulation. To our newly admitted students, I hope you'll take note of the caliber of alumni who are among the core of the Teachers College Alumni Network. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Randy Bennett, holds the Frederickson Chair in Assessment Innovation at the Educational Testing Service. He is a world-renowned expert on the computerizing of assessments and a leader in efforts to harness the full potential of digital technology and apply advances in learning and cognitive sciences to testing. He also holds 3 degrees from TC in special education and learning disabilities. He served on our faculty from 1977 to 1980. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Randy Bennett. Dr. Mary Ellen McGuire made her start as a 5th and 6th grade classroom teacher, yet she went on to serve as the senior education advisor to President Obama on the White House Domestic Policy Council. She has since created the Post-Secondary National Policy Institute, which has become the nation's leading source of professional development for policymakers working on higher education issues. She holds 2 degrees from TC, and no less in authority than our own Professor Sharon Lynn Kagan says that she has had as much, if not more, impact on federal policy than any TC alumnus. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mary Ellen McGuire. Dr. Lita Orzik earned her TC degree in social organizational psychology, working with Morton Deutsch, the great authority on conflict resolution. In a career change that surprised even her, she became founding partner and CEO of Hanky Panky, a lingerie line so successful that Forbes magazine has said it sells a panty per second. For nearly 40 years, she has set the bar for ethical business standards that promote local sourcing, sustainability, and recyclable packaging. She has also channeled a sizable percentage of earnings to support nearly 60 nonprofits. At Teachers College, she is a founding member of the Grace Dodge Society and a generous supporter of student scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Lita Orzik. Dr. Nancy Schlossberg is a beloved former professor whose famed transition theory has created a systematic framework for understanding the life changes of adults. She's also America's retirement guru, and her television appearances and best-selling books have moved the national conversation about post-career existence from a focus on mere financial and medical planning to one about our relationships, goals, and sense of purpose. Not surprisingly, she holds 2 degrees from Teachers College, both in counseling. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Nancy Schlossberg. Dr. Yupa Udamsak earned her TC degree in physical education and made health education her lifelong passion. She has argued that no matter how many resources are invested in hospitals, it won't make a difference if people don't know how to look after their own health. She subsequently became Thailand's first female Minister of Education and the first woman Member of Parliament to be appointed as a minister in the Thai cabinet. She was elected vice chairman of the Constitution Drafting Assembly, which created the most democratic constitution in her nation's history. Today, she is a successful business leader whose foundation funds education projects in rural villages like the one in which she grew up. Ladies and gentlemen, Thailand's beloved Dr. Yupa Udamsak. David Johns came to TC to study classroom and community dynamics, but through Aaron Pallas's sociology courses, he discovered the world of education policy and ended up heading to Washington, D.C. as a Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Fellow. He went on to serve as the Senior Education Policy Advisor to the Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions. He was most recently named to the newly created post of Executive Director of the White House Initiative on Educational Excellence for African Americans. In this role, he is creating multi-agency partnerships to improve educational outcomes for African Americans of all ages. Ladies and gentlemen, our Early Career Award recipient, David Johns. Unfortunately, Dr. Olivia Hooker, who is 101 years young, was not able to be with us today. As a child, she lived through the infamous Tulsa race riots of 1921, in which nearly 300 African Americans were killed. Later, during World War II, she served as the first African American woman in active duty in the Coast Guard. She earned a master's degree in psychological services from Teachers College and became a nationally known advocate for the developmentally disabled. She co-founded the Tulsa Race Riot Commission, which has fought to win reparations for survivors and descendants of the riot victims. An avid advocate for life after retirement, she served in the Coast Guard Auxiliary when she was 95 years old. When she didn't feel quite well enough to join us today, she insisted on taping a message for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear Dr. Olivia Hooker. Dr. Hooker, it is my extreme pleasure to present you with the Teachers College Distinguished Alumni Award.
You are really making me joyful, and I certainly was overwhelmed with the idea that I was nominated. And the person I was talking to said, "You were unanimously voted." I said, "Oh my, that is amazing." It would have been my joy to be with you, and I congratulate you. First, I would like to give tribute to Professor Nick Hobbs, who was at Teachers College, but whom I first met at Ohio State. And he devoted himself to trying to preserve or establish justice for all the vulnerable people who were there. And it was only because of him that I'm here getting this award, because he found ingenious ways to help those who were not being equal to everyone else. I'd like to thank my parents, of course, and also to say the last issue of the Alumni magazine absolutely cheered me, because it showed me how diverse, how many people whose aims have been raised. It showed me what Teachers College in Columbia is like today, and that pleased me so much. And the second thing, I'd like to thank Teachers College at Columbia is for their arranging for us to cross the great divide. So I thank the college for their vision in making sure we had access to their major people in the world in psychology. I have often hoped that people would be encouraged to take a second career, because so many people who retire at 55, they still have so many gains to give to the world. And I shall treasure this day for the rest of my life.
Truly an amazing woman. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have one more round of applause for all of our Teachers College Distinguished Alumni? I'd like to thank the Alumni Council for helping us to select such fine examples of alumni who are doing their part to spread the TC impact all over the world. If you know of an equally deserving TC alumnus or alumna, please nominate him or her. You can find the nomination forms and online and also at the registration desk. And now I'll turn the program back to one of my favorite distinguished alumni, President Susan Furman.